think I officially started this portion of today. Carl and I are currently on our way. Carl's running around the car. It's because I hurt my back really badly this week. Really badly. And so Carl has had to drive the entire way up to Monterey. We're currently stopped in San Luis Obispo at the Madonna Inn, which is always one of my favorite places to stop and visit. And I'm going up to Monterey just for a very short weekend trip. I wish I could stay longer, but Carl doesn't have the opportunity to take so much time off of work. So going up to stay at his dad's, and on Sunday I'm going to a friend's baby shower, and I'm looking forward to that. So looking forward to seeing friends, looking forward to being in the colder weather, and just having a nice little getaway vacation. I just had to stop by the beach. This is my only opportunity really while on this very short trip. I got to go to my friend's baby shower. It was really nice getting to see her and get to celebrate the new addition to her family, which will be here very soon. Every time I come here, it's very bittersweet. I miss living in Monterey a lot. I miss the beach, the cooler weather, less crowded areas in the city. I miss my friends that I've formed such a deep connection with, but I know that they're supporting me in my goals down in Orange County. I took that leap of faith and left my job in Seaside, which is directly in front of me. I took that leap of faith and I have to keep moving forward. Could I see myself possibly moving back to Monterey in the future? Maybe, but I think it would be way too difficult right now to make that commitment, considering Carl moved his entire life for me down to Southern California. It wouldn't be anytime soon, I don't think, but never say never. Who knows? Right now I have a big decision to make on my health. I might potentially be having surgery, which I don't want to make that decision lightly, but it might be for the best for my overall health. So that would be in the upcoming months or so, upcoming weeks. I have to make a decision and then let the surgeon know what my plans are, and that might also impact being able to travel again for like Thanksgiving break and stuff like that. I'm very thankful that I was able to do this little trip. It's easy for me right now being between jobs, but for Carl, he had to use his vacation time, which he didn't have a lot accrued. So I'm very thankful that he was able to take those days for me so I could be here for my friend's baby shower. And he got to see his dad and spend some time with his dad, which is good. We had like a little miniature celebration for Carl's birthday, which is a week from today. I wish we could have spent a little bit more time, like an extra day would have been nice. I wanted to go into the city, downtown Monterey, which you can kind of see behind me, and Pacific Grove. I always love going over there. If I could manifest where I'd like to settle down like retirement wise with my golden retrievers and Carl, it would be Pacific Grove. So we'll see if that actually happens. We'll see what happens next, but I'm enjoying the colder weather. Being in Monterey, I think it's like 66 degrees or so, which is perfect. But I'm hoping that it'll get cooler down in Orange County. I'm about to lose as much light as I am still receiving right now, and the footage is kind of grainy. So I think I should probably fill up the car with gas for the trip tomorrow home and head back to Salinas to Carl and his dad for our taco dinner. So it's Saturday, October 7th, Carl is here, and we're just grabbing some late breakfast items because we are heading towards
the Raymond Alf Paleontology Museum
for his birthday. We went to Dunkin' and I got, once again, the nutty iced pumpkin drink, which I still find to be pretty good. And I also got for my breakfast a ham and Swiss cheese croissant. Normally this is my go-to for Starbucks, and so I want to see how theirs is. And then I also got a little side of hash browns. We'll see how their items compare to Starbucks. And I just told Carl I feel like I'm transitioning more into a Dunkin' Donuts person compared to Starbucks, because I always used to go to Starbucks, especially when we were back in Monterey. But now, since we've moved down to Orange County and there's Dunkin's like barely 10 minutes away from the house, I like to stop every now and then for a special treat. Carl got this, what was it? French?
Yeah, cruller, French
cruller. It's very bright.
Mm-hmm.
So you got that, and then I got for later, because I'm sure I'll get hungry at the museum and I don't know if they have food. I got, let's see if I can pick it up quickly, this Mondo coffee cake muffin. So we'll see how those go. And then Carl also got an apple fritter. So we got a little bit of a drive, but we got our provisions. So let's go see some dead animals. This is Carl's favorite dinosaur head. I don't know if it's a model or not.
It's a cast.
But what's it called?
Pachycephalosaurus.
You can see the spelling right there. Open it.
I don't know if you're waiting for me or
Yeah.
I don't.
This one's my favorite.
Yes. This is a very nice wrapping paper.
What? If you don't like it, we can take it back.
Oh no. I will make so much noise and annoy my sleeve so
or
much.
if it doesn't work. So we'll see.
Just see.
He doesn't rip into it.
No. Oh no, I tear it.
It's okay. I have more of the paper.
We got stickers.
Dinosaurio. You can put
Dinosaurio
them on
stickers.
water bottle or laptop.
And dinosaur underpants.
We'll see if they fit. October 12th, and that means there are early screenings of the Eras Tour film, which I am going to see tonight at 6 o'clock just by myself. Carl and I already have tickets for tomorrow at the IMAX locally, but I of course planned on seeing this film more than once anyway. I'm seeing it again later at the Cinépolis with my mom and friend Julia. But yesterday, October 11th, Taylor Swift had her premiere in Los Angeles. It was so close. I wish I could have gone, but people were handpicked to go to the premiere. I made so many bracelets. It's kind of become this therapeutic hobby. So I have in this Sephora bag just a bunch of bracelets from different eras, different themes, songs. So hopefully I can trade them or just give them out the 3 different times that I see the film. So yeah, tonight I'm seeing it at a Cinemark. Tomorrow I'm seeing it at an IMAX, which I believe is like Edwards Regal Theaters, I think. And then I'll see it again in a Cinépolis. So different theaters for each viewing. I already saw some spoilers, unfortunately. By the time this vlog goes out, I'm pretty sure the Swifties have already seen it. But there are, I think, at least 6 songs that were in the set list, or at least played at the concert, whether or not it was Los Angeles or not, but they are not in the film. There are a couple that I was really surprised and a little bit disappointed to hear that they're not in the film, but I'm still looking forward to seeing it. It's gonna be great, and it'll be my opportunity to relive what I got to see at SoFi Stadium a few months ago. Can't believe it's been over 2 months. It's crazy. So I think what I'll do is probably grab a bite to eat. It is a little bit early now. It's just after 4 o'clock, but I'd rather have dinner in my stomach because it is almost a 3-hour film. It starts at 6. So I'd rather have an early dinner so I'm not starving by the time I get out of the theater. And then I'll make my way to the Cinemark, and I am not 100% sure if they even have the like souvenir cups or popcorn buckets for sale today, just because everything I think was so last minute. They might still hold off until tomorrow. So we'll see. I mean, the popcorn bucket is a little bit extra. I don't necessarily need it. I guess I could always put bracelets in the bucket, but the cup is something I really would like to get. So fingers crossed I can get it either tonight or tomorrow, or even when I see it the 3rd time at the Cinépolis in a couple of weeks. All right, so I just got to the food court right next to the movie theater. It's almost 5 o'clock now, so I think I'm doing pretty good for time. So let's go have a quick early dinner. Okay, so I just had some food. It's a little bit early. It's about 5:15 or so, but I want to go in, use the restroom, wash my hands, especially after eating. And I'm gonna see if they have this cup and popcorn bucket. Also, one more thing before I go in. Last I checked, my particular auditorium only has 17 people, myself included, already purchased tickets for this screening. I don't know if I'll get many bracelets, but I'm gonna bring them. I have my bag, so I'll bring them. Alright, so it is Friday, October 13th, and I thought I would just give my thoughts on the Eras Tour film that I saw last night. I was able to get a popcorn bucket and a cup. The popcorn bucket is smaller than I anticipated, so it's that big. Didn't have to fight anybody for it because the Cinemark that I went to had hardly anybody there, especially for Thursday. And then here's the cup. This one is a plastic cup, not paper. It's recyclable, and it came with this black lid. They did give me the option to not have the popcorn and the drink in the actual containers. I could have just purchased them as is, but because there was no extra charge, I thought, why not? Let's get some movie theater popcorn and a soda. My theater, as I mentioned, did not have a lot of people at all. It was pretty barren when I went in. They had like 2 people in the lobby. In the actual auditorium that I was in, it wasn't the biggest screen, I noticed. It was the first showing of the night at that theater, but it wasn't in the biggest auditorium, which is weird. Later, they had another showing in the biggest auditorium, but it was at a later time. Tonight, I am seeing it with Carl at a Regal theater because I wanted to see it in IMAX. So we're going to that tonight. It starts at 8, so I'll probably leave my house around 6 or so, just because of commuting. There's always going to be work traffic, and I just want to make sure that I get there, get good parking, and Carl's going to meet me there after work. Going back to last night, there were probably only 16 other pre-sold seats in the auditorium that I was in. I didn't necessarily sit with anybody, but there was another guest just a few seats down from me. I brought my bracelets in this Sephora bag, which I'm honestly surprised that no one from the theater asked to check the bag, just for safety reasons. I mean, I didn't think about trying to smuggle in any food or anything, but just for safety purposes, I'm curious why they didn't ask what was in the bag, and I would have just showed them it's just my bracelets. I let everyone who was pretty much in the theater that I got a chance to talk to prior to the film, I let them choose any bracelet that they wanted. One person did actually have a few bracelets to trade, so they let me take this one. Whoops, it's backwards. They let me take this one. It says August. So I liked that. I do still have a lot of bracelets left, considering there were only 16 people in the theater. I've got plenty to bring tonight and when I see the film again in a couple of weeks at the Cinepolis Theater. Thoughts on my first viewing. I enjoyed it. Was it perfect? I don't know if I could classify it as perfect because, spoiler alert if you haven't already seen the film or watched things on social media, there were songs cut from the film that were in the set list. I understand that they didn't want to necessarily go over 3 hours like the actual concert, but it was a little sad to see some of my favorite songs were not there. And then for the surprise songs, there were 2. I didn't know how many there would be, if any. Based on the trailer, we could allude to the fact that there was going to be something, but there were things in the trailer that are not in the film, so you never know. She did, for the guitar surprise song, Our Song, which is one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs ever, and if you watched my vlog going to the Eras Tour, I was so emotional that I did not get any recording of it on my phone. But thankfully some really kind people were able to send me some clips that they got. So I have little pieces here and there, so it was really great to be able to relive experiencing Our Song as the surprise song in the film. And then for the piano version, or the piano acoustic song, she did You're on Your Own, Kid. When I went to the concert, the piano song was You Are in Love from 1989, but I think she wanted something was newer, had more meaningful lyrics maybe, and everyone loves the part about making friendship bracelets. It was still good. I still got into it. I got emotional again, especially at the beginning. It just took me back to being in the stadium at SoFi and having this extraordinary opportunity to see one of the most popular and influential people in the world. One of the most talented people in the world. But I did sing a bit. There was not a lot of the crowd shouting or cheering, at least not to the same level that it was being in the stadium. I know that we want to be able to hear Taylor and her vocals and speeches, but I feel like having certain moments in the concert where people were just screaming at the top of their lungs, like in the all too well 10-minute version, I think that the movie kind of lost those special touches. It still sounded great. I would still definitely buy an album if they created one that's exclusively from the live show, or even if they could just do an album with all of the acoustic songs. I would buy that for sure, in a heartbeat. I love the close-up shots that they were able to get, especially coming from someone who sat in the nosebleeds when I went, but I feel like there were certain moments where it would have been nice to have a zoomed out shot, maybe even an aerial shot looking down into the stadium, and you can see all of the different bracelets lighting up, but that's just me. I'm not a director. I just film stuff on my iPhone 13 Pro Max. I digress. I am going to be getting ready for the show again tonight. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to wear. I was actually pretty warm in the theater. I wore my Eras Tour dark gray hoodie. Being in Southern California, we don't really experience cold that often, unfortunately. I do have my two Taylor Swift cardigans. I have the Folklore cardigan and my newly received Speak Now cardigan, which I have yet to wear out. So I could potentially wear one of those, or I could stick with my Eras Tour merch, which are mostly sweatshirts and crew necks. So I just don't know which one I'm gonna go for. We'll see. I do again want to get there early just for parking, driving through the commuter traffic, people heading home, and potentially to the theater on a Friday night, because it is October 13th and there are some spooky movies happening that I'm sure people will want to see for the Halloween season if they are not already seeing the Eras Tour film. And then I just forgot I received a couple of other things. The person who sat near me and had their service dog, I let her take a bracelet, and in exchange she gave me this. Isn't that cute? I can't remember exactly what they're called, but they're those little plastic beads that you pretty much melt together. So it's Taylor. And then the poster, the free poster, one of the employees did ask if I was seeing the film. They didn't necessarily ask to verify my ticket, but I had it in my wallet on my phone just in case. This one I'll probably frame. I'm excited to see it again tonight. I think it is, let's see, I'm looking at my clock. It's almost 4 o'clock. So I'll be leaving in a couple of hours. It gives me time to do some organizing, cleaning up in my room, and then I will do my makeup and figure out what I'm gonna wear. So I'll talk to you later.
You never call it this.